What is going on, everyone? It is Tal, and I'm bringing you week 1 of CNL Season 9, and really excited to be back, really excited to, start playing Pokemon again, draft again, and I'm really excited to use this team. We have a lot of really fun mons that we get to use. If you haven't seen the full draft, definitely go look at that video. I put a lot of time and effort into that 5-hour-long video, so definitely go and check that out here. But we're facing off against Jam in Jamity Square here, and really threatening team. Some huge threats. The Terra Low Kicks, Terra DELMISE, and Terra Spidops are going to be what his Terramons are. We have free Terra this draft, so you can bring any Terra type, but it's just a Terra preview at the very start of the game, so you see what your opponent is bringing, but beforehand you can't really tell. The big Uber that he has is the Kyurem White, 100 base, 70 special attack, 95 speed, hits like an absolute truck, can do huge damage into all of our team. Expecting more of a Specs or a Scarf set into our team. They both are really good, can hit our team really, really hard. Great Tusk stops a lot of our threats like Clodsire from setting up some spikes and Stealth Rock. Mega Aerodactyl is also a huge threat. It outspeeds our entire team here and can Dragon Dance and then outspeed anything, even if they're Scarf. Bulky threats here. Primarina is a very bulky threat that does work into our team, as well as the Iron Crown. Iron Crown is actually a huge threat into our team, and I have a couple different things to stop it here. I am expecting the first 5 mons, and then I think one other could bring Salazzle, Low Kicks, DELMISE. I also have seen... I've mocked against every single one of these mons, and so feel pretty comfortable. I've thought about bringing almost every single one of our mons as well. I think the only mon I didn't mock with was Dusclops, and it's not that I thought Dusclops was bad. I actually thought Dusclops was pretty good until this matchup, but definitely tried a little bit of everything in this matchup, but definitely expecting most likely the top 5, if not, though, like Chansey, DELMISE, maybe a Salazzle. I don't really expect the Heliolisk or the Spidops, but I prepared for both of them, and either of them can come. So first mon we are bringing here, a mon I kind of had to bring into this matchup, is the Urshifu Single Strike here. We are going to be Choice Banded, does huge damage into his entire team. Wicked Blow for huge damage, mostly into the Iron Crown, but also into DELMISE, into a Terra on a lot of these mons, gets the critical hit. Close Combat is huge for the Kyurem, for the Mega Aerodactyl, as well as the Chansey. U-Turn just for pivot control, and then Poison Jab because I think that he may have like a Terra Fairy DELMISE, or he will have Primarina, and they really do want to switch into the Urshifu. Those are 2 mons, and so if we can just catch one of them off guard, click Poison Jab, it can do huge damage. Max attack Adamant, a ton of special defense, a little bit of speed. We outspeed a max speed timid Primarina, so we didn't really need a ton of speed. We're really just going to be hitting hard. I originally had a lot of HP, but I really wasn't using it. I wasn't staying in on the Tusk or the Mega Aerodactyl, so I'm just running it all in special defense to take hits a little bit better from that Crown and from that Kyurem, as well as like a water move from the Primarina. His team is very specially oriented. Besides, like, there's some mons on the right, Tusk, Aerodactyl, Low Kicks that hit physically, but we have some answers for that. We just hit really, really hard. This is going to be a mon that kind of comes in, clicks Close Combat, and gets out. Next mon that we are bringing here is the Terra Fairy Jolteon. Actually, I had this at the very beginning of my mocks, and then I didn't use it in the middle, and then I just kind of brought it back at the very end. This mon has been really good for me in mocks, kind of a big glue piece. Running Terra Fairy this week to get more damage from the Alluring Voice into Kyurem, into Tusk, as well as some of the other mons if they want to set up. We have Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Calm Mind as well. I don't really anticipate us clicking Calm Mind really ever, but if we get into a situation where we may have a free turn, click Calm Mind, maybe get some big damage, but we're going to be clicking Volt Switch and Alluring Voice a lot of the time. We are a ton of speed here. We're enough speed to outspeed a max speed Mega Aerodactyl after our Flame Orb activates from Quick Feet. So we are Quick Feet Flame Orb because Mega Aerodactyl is just such a big threat with its massive speed stat, as well as if he wants to run like Booster Speed Great Tusk or Scarf Kyurem. So we kind of want to outspeed all of them, and so we're going to be running this. Max Special Attack, Modest, Rest into HP, and a little bit into Special Defense. This is just going to be kind of a glue piece. Big for that Aerodactyl, big for the Tusk and Kyurem and Primarina. A lot of the bigger bulky threats this mon is going to try to get rid of. Next one we are bringing is our Mega Latias here, and we are going to be running a Calm Mind stored power set with Mystical Fire. This is going to be one of our big answers into the Iron Crown. Iron Crown gives us huge trouble. Mega Latias is such a big special defense stat that we can run like a Calm Mind set, and even if he runs a Calm Mind on his Crown, we're kind of outpacing it, especially with the Mystical Fire, as well as can outpace the Kyurem. Didn't really think I needed a Dragon move, just because he doesn't really have, I never was clicking it, but yeah, Calm Mind, Roost, Stored Power, and Mystical Power just to kind of outdo some of those special threats, but also be really big into that Great Tusk. A ton of HP and defenses, a little bit of speed as well. We outspeed a max speed Jolly Great Tusk, so that is to note. So we can Calm Mind and Stored Power. Yeah, a little bit of special attack, but a lot into the defenses, a lot of different calculations with the Kyurem there, as well as the Iron Crown, as well as Mega Aerodactyl. Yeah, moving on, the next one we are bringing is our Rillaboom. We're running a Choice Scarf set this week, enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Aerodactyl after we are Choice Scarf. So if we see the Aerodactyl and we do not see the Spite-Ops, this will be our lead. It has a, I believe, like a 70% chance to KO with Woodhammer if we lead this. So not really what he's expecting. If he brings Spite-Ops, then we will choose a different lead, but this is going to be my dedicated lead. Superpower is for that Kyurem, catching it off guard, as well as possibly a Chansey or a Helios or like a Terra Steel on one of the mons like DELMISE. Just to catch it off guard, Kyurem does want to come into this mon a lot, and that is one of the big issues with this team, is that Kyurem can kind of freely come in. But yeah, U-turn for pivot and then knockoff for mostly that Crown, but also if DELMISE is getting annoying before it tears, as well as Chansey. So this looks like it's going to be our dedicated lead. Second last mod is going to be Regirna here, Pain Split, Flash Cannon, Flare Cannon, and Heart Swap. Heart Swap is going to make it so if he gets set up with a mon like really high, maybe we could take a hit. We're super specially defensive, so take a hit, swap, and then have like a ton of speed boost or whatnot. This has been one of my answers into the Mega Aerodactyl, because the only way it can really hit us is Earthquake. So bring Rillaboom in and then bring this in. Heart Swap possibly if it Dragon Dances up. Take its speed and then Flash Cannon it. Pain Split to get some health back, and Flare Cannon is for those top two threats, as well as basically anything else to get big damage. Lots of special defense investment here. Looks like we could take 2 Earth Powers from a Scarf Kyurem White. We are leftovers, and of course our ability is Soul Heart. Final mod is going to be our big defensive mod here. Alola Mola, max HP, max defense. We're Flip Turn, Wish, Magicoat, and Toxic. If he does bring the Spite-Ops, this will be our lead. Into that, we will Magicoat on the first turn. We have Toxic just to get some damage off on everything. This could be a Wish Passer, max defense, and Impish. We're Rocky Helmet as well. This is our big Tusk answer, as well as our Mega Aerodactyl / Low Kicks answer into this team. Regenerator ability, of course. So that is going to be the team for this week. Not bringing Snorlax, even though it looked really, really good into that Kyurem White, but I needed Jolteon at the end of the day after doing some more prep. So yeah, that's going to be the team, and let's just jump straight into the battlefield. So we are in the battle right now. He brings the Salazzle, which I wasn't really fully expecting here. Brings the Crown. No Spite-Ops though. No Mega Aerodactyl. Wow. So yeah, so I mean Jolteon looks pretty good. I mean Jolteon as a lead actually isn't terrible here. He's Terra Poison on the DELMISE. I mean, could lead the Aloe. I'm a little... I did actually originally have Refresh on Alola because of the Salazzle, but I changed it to Magicoat. Regret that a little bit now. Don't have high horsepower on Rillaboom for the Salazzle. He's also taking a bit to make his move. I think I lead Jolteon. I think I am just going to lead Jolteon here, even though, yeah, he leads Primarina. I'm fine just Volt Switching here. I could also just Calm Mind. I don't really think you stay in against this, because Volt Switch is just so obvious. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Calm Mind. You're going to go Iron Crown. That's completely fine by me. How much is a Thunderbolt going to do? Let's do Jolteon, because I'm like super heavily invested into Crown. Iron Crown. Thunderbolt's going to do a lot of damage. I think I just want to get this Thunderbolt off. 46. Goes for Psyshock. Does a lot of damage. Okay, so I need to Volt Switch out of here. Don't really want to be dealing with this. That's like super... That did 46. That did like nothing. That may be like Assault Vest. Go for Volt Switch. Volt Switch did 39. That's like... It's not Assault Vest. But it's like very... It's like kind of mixed. What do I want to do here? Could just go Lottie. I think I like Lottie. Yeah, Psyshock, not going to do a crazy amount of damage here. Could just start setting up Calm Minds. Feels pretty good. Yeah, we're going to Mega and we're going to Calm Mind. If he goes in the Kyurem, then is what it is. I don't really think you go Kyurem here. I could also just Mystical Fire. He's going to stay in. Tachyon Cutter. That is fine. We're going to Calm Mind. I believe he's Assault Vest. Like, if he's like max, he does go for Volt Switch. This seems like Assault Vest. He goes Prim. Yeah, I don't know. Damage really doesn't really seem like Assault Vest. I don't really know. He could just be like Assault Vest, max speed, max special attack. I'm going to Calm Mind. If he's not Haze, this feels really good. He is Haze. Okay. I just wanted to scope that out to make sure if he was Haze or not. I feel pretty good about going Rillaboom here. Goes for the Moonblast, so that's 50%. That's a lot of damage. He's probably going to expect the Grass move here, so I feel pretty comfortable just going for U-turn and getting some pivot. Got my little iced coffee here. I'm going to take a sip, sorry. I don't know how long I've been muted for, so let's hope it hasn't been long. But to jump back into whatever, I'm so sorry. I'm not. I think it's since I took a sip. So since the Rillaboom KO, I'll either edit it out or just put some music. I'll probably just edit it out. But what happened was Rillaboom picked up the KO on the Iron Crown with a U-turn, and then Freeze Dry came out on the Kyurem onto the Jolteon when, yeah, I brought it in from the U-turn, used Alluring Voice, and, yeah, very bulky Kyurem, extremely bulky Kyurem. I don't think you're max speed, I think you're just kind of bulky. I really want the Rillaboom, so I am going to go Urshifu. I think you switch here into the Primarina, expecting the close combat or the Wicked Blow. So I'm going to Poison Jab. Specifically, the only reason I have this, and yeah, huge damage. He is leftovers. Good to know. Do I just go for Poison Jab again? I do feel like I just go for Poison Jab again. He goes in the Great Tusk. I would love to get a Poison off on this. Doesn't. He has Rocky Helmet. Ooh, that's actually really good for us. Really good. We're just going to go Aloe. Aloe is always our switch into this mod no matter what. He goes for Stealth Rock. That is completely fine. Really don't mind that. I feel like I could just go for Toxic here. Feels pretty safe. Headlong Rush is going to do nothing. We are going to get the Toxic off. We're going to go for Wish. And then we are going to Flip Turn. Or we'll just stay in. Goes for Rapid Spin. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. Yeah, we're always just going to Flip Turn here. Headlong Rush and Close Combat. Neither of them are going to kill me. So, yeah. Goes into DELMISE. He has Terra Poison. I'm going to get Rillaboom back up to full. That feels really good in this situation. Yeah. Get my Grassy Terrain up. Yes, he goes back up to full. I feel like I think Knockoff feels pretty good here. Yeah, I am going to knock off. He does Terra Poison, but still I get to knock off his item, which was Leftovers. And he does go for Swords Dance. I'm really not afraid of this thing. He could just like power whip or whatnot. I think once I bring in like Urshifu, I should be okay. I don't think actually Magearna is that useful here, so I'm just going to switch into Magearna. Does go for Anchor Shot, does do a lot of damage. So I think the play I go for here is I Heart Swap. We should outspeed, so Heart Swap the attack, and then Pain Split. Goes for Poltergeist. That shouldn't... Oh, he got the crit. That crit super mattered. Crit super duper mattered there. We'll just go into Urshifu. I think I feel pretty comfortable just spamming Wicked Blow. It's the name of the game, though. It happens. So, a little disappointed in that. He apologized right away, but that's the game. Anchor Shot shouldn't kill. Yeah. So, I can just keep clicking the Wicked Blow here. Even if he goes into his Great Tusk, I feel okay. Magearna really wasn't that important in this matchup. Yeah, Great Tusk, not taking a lot from that, but we're going to go for Wicked Blow again. We should outspeed. I do not think this thing is max speed. If it's Rocky Helmet, yep. I was willing to take that risk just because I would have just had to do a lot more playing around. He goes in the Kyurem White. I also just don't think this thing is max speed or any speed. I feel like it's very bulky. I'm just going to Wicked Blow. He does go for Freeze Dry. Okay. So, I think I can go into Rillaboom. I'm a little afraid. I'm going to go for Superpower. It is going to knock it out. Okay. That's huge. I really wish I had high horsepower on this Mon. He should know we're Scarf now based off how all these interactions have gone. DELMISE comes in. I think I have to go into Aloe. He does have Synthesis. That's really a pain. That's really a pain. Really, really a pain. I'm going to Wish. Does go for Swords Dance. I don't know if we can beat this right now. I don't think we can. Just because the Poltergeist is going to do so much damage and we don't have like Haze or anything. Goes for Swords Dance again. I don't have a Psychic move. I just have stored power. I think that's the issue I'm running into here. I'm going to go for Wood Hammer. That's going to do 26. Goes for Poltergeist. I don't think I win here. I think I'm just going to go for the 20 base power stored power. Or I could just Calm Mind once and hope that he switches. I think that's what I'm going to do. He's going to go for Poltergeist. Yeah, that's going to kill us. And that's going to be game. The crit may have mattered. Not really sure. Kind of sucks. We're going to lose 3-0 in the first match of the season. He misses Poltergeist, but it's not going to matter. He eventually he's gonna hit his shot. So that's gonna be the first game of the season. DELMISE kind of went crazy a little bit. Just yeah, kind of sucks. Tough first matchup for sure. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next week. Peace out, everybody.